Good morning from Williams, WA. It's currently 14 minutes to 9 a.m, which means it's 14 minutes to 11 a.m. on the East Coast, and you can fill in the bits for Australian Central Standard Time and Australian Central Western Standard Time. What? Yeah, it's a thing. Okay, I'll do it very quickly. If it's currently 8:46, tack on 45 minutes. It's currently about 9:30, say 9:30ish a.m. in Australian Central Western Standard Time. Is he on drugs? There's no such thing as Australian Central Western Standard Time. If you know, you know. If you've been to Mundrabilla, if you've been to Kaiguna, Cocklebiddy, Eucla, and I keep missing out one of them. If you get to Balladonia, going west, then you're out of Australian Central Western Standard Time. Balladonia, that's not a place name. Yeah, it is. And when I get to Balladonia, as I was telling Fred Smith in the car yesterday morning, when I get to Balladonia, I do this. My Balladonia, I don't have it anymore. I do. It's back in the home office, back in Ngunnawal, Ngambri. I've got a pink, so that's the blue one, Mundrabilla, and I've got a pink for boys, blue for girls. I've got a pink water bottle, not unlike that one, except it's got a flippy top. That one's got a screw top. And you know what happened? I thought I was getting two screw tops, flippy-oppy things, and they put, is this a metaphor or what? They put the wrong water bottle. They put the right water bottle in a different package. Because even though that one is a screwy top, it identifies as a screwy top, but the box said it identifies as a sippy top. That happened somewhere. Well, I know exactly where. Balladonia. No, that one. God for dicker. All right, wrapping it up. Bill Quinn from Williams, WA. It's currently all those times. There is a thing called Australian Central Western Standard Time. I have been up with the sparrows, and it's currently, we're burning daylight, and I can't believe I'm still here. I left here yesterday afternoon, went across there with this and said, Scott, mate, can you help a brother out? He said, I don't think we have, but I tell you what, go to the servo. And that was about, I'm going to say about 4:30. And I thought, you know what it's like. I left here at 4:30 just to go across the servo to pump that up. And I fell into bed at about 11:30. So what's that? 7 hours out. And I met about 366 people. I met Aaron. I met Mitch. I met Ted. And we did the whole Bill and Ted. And Ted went, I should have gotten some pictures, but I left. When I'm talking with people, I leave my phone in my pocket. And I met glorious young women from Ireland, like all the colours of the rainbow, Longford, Limerick, Wexford, County Cork. I met so many people, and I'm a grandfather to those people, and I make myself out as a grandfather. I'm not a perv. You are presenting yourself with all of those things hanging out, and that shirt you're almost wearing, and the pants that are riding right up you. You know what? Good on you. You are owning and presenting yourself as you feel fit, but I'm your grandfather, and I'm not perving on you, and I know you do the skimpy things on the Wednesday evening. I will not be there, because even though I have got my own bits and pieces, that I'm a red hot-blooded cisgender, I said that to someone, they said, oh, you've even got the words right. And I say, yeah, because I'm a human and I show respect. And it's not a noble thing. I don't need a medal. I've got one in my pocket here, right here. Yep, right there. Don't need the medal, but I've got one. I'm a human, and I believe in respect. I believe in interesting cultures, and I'm about to run out of storage space. My name's Bill Quinn from Australian Western Standard Time. It's coming up to 10 minutes to 9. I'm going to go outside, get some breakfast, get a coffee, see if I can get my ball pumped up. And as I said, I walked out, just went to there, from here to there, to get my ball pumped up. And I thought, as soon as you step outside that, you need to sleep. And I fell into bed at about 11:30 last night. And I slept the sleep of the innocents. No, I slept the sleep of the dead. You can't accuse me of being innocent. From Williams, Western Australia. And I know it looks like a brothel in here. I don't know. I go to brothels. I don't think a brothel, but there's excuse me, we're a professional. Sex work is work. And sex workers are humans. And I don't particularly play on that side of the pitch. But if you do, and if you present, and if you have got skills and abilities, then fill your boots and... Well, fill your boots. You know what? There was a bloke come in and he did fill my boots because that was his thing. I just sat back and had a coffee and a smoke and he filled my boots. I'm guessing because it's not my thing. Okay. Yes, I go to massages because my body's broken. And I did this the other... Oh, where was I? Was it Adelaide or Melbourne? I honestly can't... Melbourne. It was Melbourne. It was Preston. I went into a massage and she said, hello. And it was open late and I thought, do you know what? There's no signage up there that says you don't do that. And I walked in and I said, look, I'm a bit broken. Can I get the 45 minutes? Just go as hard as you like. And just if I make some noises, just ignore that. But if I tap, it's like the wrestling thing. If I tap the mat, that means, can you slow down? And if I go, nymphomania, then that means stop. I had a safe word. And she said, do you want this one? I went, do you know what? I really just want to get a massage with the oil. And she went, oh, okay, damn. I said, do you know what? I'm going to leave you a tip that you might get for doing that, but I'm going to show some respect because you're roughly my granddaughter's age if I had a granddaughter and then some. So, and not a word, I said all that out loud because she was not understanding a single word because her third or fourth or fifth language is English and she's not very competent in it. In fact, even when I slowed down and did the whole hello, hard, deep tissue, oil, give it to me good, but just leave this part of the body, just leave that alone, okay? I know that you want me to strip down to my box. Do you know what? I'm going to leave my boxers on, and can you please just... You don't want... Because her schema, her pattern is, blokes come in, my age, my presentation, my looking like I'm just, falling off a ship. I'm a salty sailor. I'm a mariner. I am. I'm a sea shanty singer. She expected that I wanted to have all the bits and pieces and shall I take my top off? What if you leave your top on? What if you pound me hard but leave your pants and your top on, and at the end I'll leave my boxers on and I'll walk out of here and I'll leave you a tip such as I might have expected to get some hand oh my God, it's such a relief to get some hand relief. This happened to me in Adelaide. I was staying on, I'm not making this up, I was staying on Adelaide Street in Brisbane. I then stayed on Melbourne Street in North Adelaide, and then I was on Sydney Road in Melbourne. Not confecting that is 99.9% germ-free. So I was walking down Melbourne Street in North Adelaide, and I was walking down the street just to go down to the chemist to get a few bits and pieces because I'm a bit broken, and as you can hear, I'm not sounding too bad in the bronchial tubes department. If I were in Albany right now, I could be singing, I could be at the Poets' Breakfast, and I could be reciting, it was somewhere out the country in a land, a rock and scrub, where they formed an institution called the G-Bung Polo Club. I could be doing that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to miss both Poets' Breakfasts. I will see you when I'm looking at you, Albany. But as I walked up to the chemist to get some, I was after some Ictamol, and Glenda, I don't think her name, no, Diane or Glenda, at the Terry White chemist on the corner of, I tell you what, kitty cornered, that's an American phrase, diagonally across the road from the Lion pub, look it up, the Lion pub on Melbourne Street, North Adelaide. So diagonally across, kitty cornered, cattywampus, across the road from the Terry, I think it's Terry White chemist, I believe it is, and I'm going to say Diane, and I said, do you have a drawing ointment? She said, I said, because there was this black stuff, it's like betadine, but it's like a thick thing. She said, no, the best thing I've got for you is magnoplasm. And that's changed my life. I didn't know that was a thing until Diane from the Terry White chemist gave me that. Okay, that's a whole other story. That was a whole other video. That will be up on my Patreon very shortly. Yes, I'm starting a foundation. Yes, I'm starting a Patreon. And yes, I'm going to ask for donations, and there'll be certain tiers. And guess what? I'll get that in as income. Do I need the income? No. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to receive donations at certain levels in my foundation and my Patreon. And I swear to you, on my feet, as me, not on my ancestors. Why would I put it on my ancestors? I swear on my mother's grave. My mum's been dead for 10 years. Why would you? I swear on my father's grave. My dad's been dead for 20 years. I swear on my brother's grave. He's been dead for 28 years. I swear on my daughter's birthstone. I swear on all of that. No, why would I do that? I swear as Bill and Ted's. What are we up to now, mate? Day 11? It's day 11 of Bill and Ted's Perfectly Excellent Adventure, or hashtag BATP. BATP, we're on day 11, and that's going off the back of a few others. I'm starting a foundation. Eventually, I'm going to have a company structure, and there'll be a foundation attached to it. I've got the name, but that's in escrow, and it's also my PI, my what do you call it? It's my copyright TM registered trademarks and stuff. So I'm not going to share it because oh great, let's go in there and let's go to ASIC and just we're gonna fuck his plans up. So that's all in escrow. But every single cent that I get through, and I make this claim now, 100.36% shall go out the door, and it shall go to the Asylum Seekers Resource Centre, Food Bank Australia, and its many, many different arms, and most importantly for me at this point in time, because the football's on at the moment and it's half time, domestic violence refuges that are underfunded, and it's criminally underfunded in this country and has been under various left, right, centre governments. Domestic violence is a stain, it's a disease, it is a awful, 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 awful thing. How do you know? Statistics, science, people with bigger brains than me can talk about this stuff. Most recently, Selena Sykes on France 24, a journalist covering the World Cup in America, English accent, but she's on a French channel, so you can get all the cross-cultural communication issues that you like. Selena, Selina, Sykes, Sykes. Go to France 24, Selena Sykes. I fully intended to, but I got distracted. Look up Selena Sykes, and I'll send her a little message from Overhead Production shortly. And it's going to say, Selena, on behalf of my gender, I'm so sorry. On behalf of sports fans the world over, I'm so sorry. By the way, love your work. I'm going to be attending to your work, and you go well, go Shell, and you put a tiger in your tank and you motor on, mate. And you take whatever's in your background, I can only guess at, and you said a bit of it. You said it on air that there's some stuff in your background, and I'm so, so sorry. And I'm not sorry for your loss. I'm not sorry for your whatever. I'm sorry that you, and I'm so glad that you are so strong that you keep going and doing what you're doing. And you are covering my main addiction in life, which is a round ball. It's a round ball. I'm trying to get that pumped up. So Selena Sykes, France 24, SBS Viceland, SBS World Watch, SBS, so many things, SBS Chill, SBS Kickoff. My God, how have I not pumped myself up? Okay, I want to pump that up, but if you go to SBS Kickoff, mate, if you're having a bit of a blue day, it's a Saturday morning, you've had a big night out, you had a bit of a row with the boss, you're left in a bad mood, you went out and your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your girl and boyfriend or your whatever, love is love. And A full stop, my God, did we connect last night? A full stop, M full stop, H full stop, L full stop, T full stop. My God, this town. I was walking through the pub. I've been here, Persephone, I'd literally walked into this pub at midday. midday on the dot, and I stayed here I was going to stay here until 2 o'clock because this place opened, check-in was 2. I ended up coming here at about 4. At about 4:30, I thought I really should sleep the sleep of the dead, but I thought I just want to get my ball pumped up. I'll just go over there. And 7 hours later, I crashed into bed and I slept the sleep of the dead. Definitely not the innocent. What I didn't do was I didn't hook up my CPAP machine. That's the bits and pieces. That's the pipe. That's the face mask. That's the reservoir. So that's the unit. Well, I've got a pair of undies in there because that goes in the suitcase, and I just didn't have enough room to put it in my hand luggage. It goes in there. If I have not done enough to make sure it's cushioned enough, one bump, one baggage handler doing the wrong thing, and that's over about $3,000 worth of machinery gone to a god. Except that I've got insurance. And also, I didn't pay $3,000 because I'm a bit of a canny buyer. So that can come out now. Oh, it's a bit moist. Isn't that a bit of a problem? Moist is good for something like that because that is an air inlet. Okay, so that's going to now air out in the lovely warmth that I'm in at the moment because I'm in a hoey moey and I've been staying in some rich white knob places and I got sick because of 4 or 5 in a row and each one made me sicker than the last one, and now I'm in a hoey moey paying more for a hoey moey room that's this big. Inside there is a toilet on this side. Yes, I know. Basin there, jug, a shower with a shower curtain, not a glass door that could break if you lose your balance and fall into it. Strictly no smoking. The last cigarette I had was 3 years and 3 months ago. What are we up to now? July? 3 years and 4 months ago, beg your pardon? 3 years and 3 months ago. Tea, coffee, and this. My God, I bought a can of it. And when I finally went, this morning, I thought, early hours I was watching the football live, and I just went, okay, trigger warning for you knobs that just, hey, I only have my artisanal, I've got my Nespresso, I've got my, all the way from Dolce Vita, from Venezia. Fucking international roast. Happy fucking days. Why? Because my mum, my late mother, dead 10 years next month, she used to go down on a Monday night to the TAFE, and it was the TAFE in those days, where Dad taught in Building J on the corner of Kooyong Street and Constitution Avenue. Building J, now it's the University of New South Wales, but back then it was the TAFE. And Mum used to go down on Monday nights in the 80s, and she would go to the cooking courses to learn about this international they say cuisine or cuisinaire rods or something. No, I'm going to call it cooking. International cooking. And she learnt how to make beef and black bean sauce. Oh my God. The salt content of beef and black bean sauce. It was so rich, so chumpy, you could carve it. I mean, honestly, when she made the beef and black bean sauce, the sauce, if you put it into a receptacle, okay, I'm going to smooth the, that's me giving some coins. Oh, with my Berlin t-shirt from the year before. That t-shirt I bought in Berlin in 1985 at Checkpoint Charlie. And that's Billy Quinn, I know, giving these coins because see what she's got on her head? So I gave her some coins that she had never seen before, and that is a look of, I couldn't speak her language. She had a couple of words in English, but mostly we used hand signals, and I pointed her headdress, and she went, what? And then she got it. You're giving me coins to go on my headdress. Not now, but later. Well, thank you so very much. That, I'm going to say, is a metaphor for my existence. That was November 1986. Yep, November 1986. And the tribe is called, it either starts with an M or an L, and I would be lying if I'm going to say Mon. And ethnocologists and people with bigger brains than mine will be able to go, oh yes, well the red and white and the piping on the thing, but I'm going to say Mon or something starting with L, not Laos. We're up sort of towards Laos, but I'm going to say Mon. That's a guess, or it might start with an L. What was I doing with this? Oh, I know. This is Mum doing a beef and black bean sauce. If you were to take, glory be, that was 1989, September. How do I remember that? Because I was in Papua New Guinea, and in September, on the 15th, I think, I'll say the 15th, Papua New Guinea, we're independent and we're free. Papua New Guinea. And Brabs Warren pronounced Papua, you fucking idiot.
Papua. Oh no, I'm Aussie, I'm going to pronounce it Papua.
Fuck off, I'm glad you're not on the bloody telly anymore. Oh, that was me, 1985 or 6. What's the t-shirt say? I can't see. That is me at the Golden Mount in Krung Thai, otherwise known as Bangkok. Bangkok, Oriental City, and I did not partake of any of that because I was 20 years old. Wait a minute, I was 20 or 19. I can't, because I went there when I was 19 and when I went there when I was 20. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not give up my V card until I turned 21, so I indulged in none of the above because I had respect, and I met some amazing women. I met some incredible women. I had chats in English, in my stuttering little bits and pieces of Thai, some French, some, that's about it, those ones. And I think they were sort of waiting for okay, when's the bit where you're going to say, and do you want to slide back to here's my room key or whatever? No, respect for cultures, and as I said, that bloke, 19 or 20, can't remember which one it was. It's not noble. It's just the way I live my life. I'm interested in your stories. I'm interested in your culture. Yes, there's a time and a place for hand relief, entering the Golden Flute into the Jade Palace, and all sorts of pieces and bits and whatever. And I'm a bit, not vanilla, but I'm a little bit caffeine-free, sugar-free. I'm going to say caffeine-free and sugar-free with my predilections for that. But that bloke was a virgin, and he didn't lose his V card for another 12 to 24 months, because I cannot remember whether it was me coming back from Europe in 1985 or it was me spending a month in Thailand in 1986. Both times I stayed with the same family. Once was off Sukhumvit Road on a massive penthouse up in the sky, hot and cold running everything, drop your clothes on the floor, drop your things on there, and then come in and we'll have cocktails before dinner. The next year, a bit different, same people, very nice place, but they were sort of between places. They didn't have staff, so we were in a beautiful place, but we didn't have any, servants running around, and I felt a bit more at ease like that, because as much as you can say, oh, just drop that there, someone else will pick that up, it's just not the way I'm wired. So I had no need for that in 1985 or 1986, because it wasn't until 1987 October, the 10th of October 1987, that I finally lost my V card to a lovely woman who I ended up spending 12 years with. No. Yeah, what? Did you? Oh, we split up in 1999, and I've had a many and varied career since then. My God. Oh, the stories I could tell, and the stories I have told, and the stories that are not mine to tell, because I can tell. Oh, I caught that thing. I caught that off the coast of Kokopo in Papua New Guinea, East New Britain province, which is now the capital. Back then the capital was Rabaul, and I caught that with a Christian brother at the back with the motor, the tinny. We were in a tinny, and a Christian brother at the back, can't remember his name. I can't even remember his nationality, or none of the above. Just can't remember. Just remember he was a Christian brother, and so he's at the back with it. And there was a native Tolai boy up the front, Tolai, and they speak Tok Pisim, and they also speak Tolai, and they also speak a wee bit of English, but mostly Tokbisin and Tolai. And he was up the front, and he was scanning the water, and he's looking for anything. And then finally he saw it, and he went, can't remember the words, he went, that way. And the Christian brother went,